Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I thought I would share with you a little bit about I've been doing some night vision stuff. I've been working with somebody. I've been working with somebody that's got night vision. He's into night vision. He really is. He's got the stuff from about $600-700. Scope goes on your was it AMT or something like that. He's got something that small, and it goes up to flare thermal, and it's not as good as military stuff. That's what we were playing with it, and so he was trying to explain to me how it works. And this is what I want to do, is kind of share with you what I kind of learned. One thing I learned, I'm not going to get into that kind of stuff. Way too expensive, and it doesn't it's not complete. What we haven't done yet, we haven't done the thermal yet, and even the thermal, he's got ultraviolet and some other stuff, I don't know, just different kinds of stuff that he works with it, and it's on a computer screen, and so he's going to have 3 or 4 different views of the same view with different night vision equipment, and not one of them does the job really right. And this is what he was trying to explain to me. I thought, well, hey, just give me the nuts and bolts on this stuff, and it hasn't. So we've gone out 2 nights, and we've been trying this stuff out so he can show me the differences, the good, the bad, the ugly, and this is why I'm sorry I don't have all the terms for you on which one, but I'm overwhelmed with all the information that has been thrown at me. And it's not an open and close kind of thing, like this is the information that you need. It's not like that, and that's why we just couldn't sit down and talk and he could explain it to me, because like I say, it doesn't make sense when you go by the words. As you experience it, you start learning more about it, and this is what I want to kind of talk about some. And so like I say, I definitely don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm sharing my experience. That's kind of like most of my videos are about my experience. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, I'm saying this is what I experienced. And the first thing is we were playing with ultraviolet light. You can get flashlights, and we were playing with that, and I thought I was going to make a video talking about that, but it's turned out it's dangerous. The ultraviolet light in the flashlight form, I thought, well, see, what I'm looking for is something that I can walk around in the woods. I'm a woody kind of guy, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing when I'm walking around in the woods. And what I learned is, no, it's not going to work. And then I thought, okay, well, this will help me when other people are walking around in the woods. I thought if I had some kind of night vision, I could look at maybe 100 yards or even more, and it'll be like somebody using a flashlight when they're using an ultraviolet light. This is what I thought, hey, this would be kind of cool. So you know, I might not be able to do it, but in a 3-man militia scenario, we're set up in one spot and we can look, and all we got to do is look for like a flashlight, and then you see it. You take your night vision down. If you can't see it, but you can only see it with your night vision, that means they're using ultraviolet lights, you know, or something like that. That's, in my imagination, that's what I was thinking. If they're using a flashlight, you don't need any night vision. You can just use a pair of binoculars and you can see them using a flashlight. So, but like I say, what it turned out, the ultraviolet light itself is kind of cool because, like I say, you can see body fluids. If somebody pees on the ground, you can see that. If it stains on clothes, they'd say they use them in a hotel. I don't think you want to use it in a hotel. You can look at the bedspread and you look at all kinds of stuff, and you see all kinds of weird stuff on there. And when you shine the light on there, that stuff glows. So that's kind of bad. The good thing is there's different things. I want to say the shine in the dark. I'm thinking it was like Dawn dish soap or there's something like that you can write, and you can only see it with ultraviolet. So you can write on a tree or write on the ground, an arrow showing that's where you're going, and you have to shine a light on it to see it. That's the only way you can see it. And but anyway, there's substances you can find out. There's substances that glow in the dark, or glow with the ultraviolet light. So there's things you can see on there. And so I thought that's really cool. And then, but the problem was, after the next day, I noticed I can't read. The fine print, I can't see it. I'm over here like this trying to get focused on it. I thought, well, maybe there's something wrong with my glasses. And it's not. And what I found out is ultraviolet light will destroy your vision. Now, I'm not sure if it's permanent or what, but I just got a little dose of it. And one of the tactics used that the government would use is either they'll have a big light shine on you, and it's an ultraviolet light, and what it does is it screws up your vision. Maybe not at that time, but that kind of light will permanently destroy your vision. Now, I wasn't looking at these lights when we were doing it, just shining it around and looking at it. That's what messed me up. So hopefully my eyes will get better on it, but I can still see, but just the fine stuff I can't see. And but that is something that and only a government could afford a big light like that. And they could put it in a helicopter, they could put it in a building, on the wall where they could see at night. But at the same time, when that light, you may not see that light, but it's screwing up your eyes. So that kind of scared me away. So I'm kind of, for me, I don't want nothing to do with night vision after that. But like I say, there's different kinds of night vision, and but just using electronics at night kind of scares me. And like I say, even the thermal. You'll see it on TV, a helicopter will do it, and they can see the guy running around, stuff like that. You can see all this, but it doesn't tell you the difference between the two people. When you see it on cop shows, when the helicopter shows it and he's running away from everybody, now you can pretty much know who you know who the bad guy is. But it doesn't show you details in their face and stuff like that. Something else. Now, I don't do it in the airports, but you get in the machine and it does it. These are all different kinds of electronic stuff they're doing to your body. I don't do it. I'd rather have them pat me down than have me do it. Now I understand why. I don't know what kind of electronic stuff they're shooting in you, but it's not a good thing. Kind of like x-rays. We already know x-rays are no good. But a lot of this stuff, you really need to watch out what you're doing. And it's not that easy to use this stuff. Now, I haven't played with military grade stuff, But I say, what I was doing when I would, they were monoculars, so, monoculars, one, and I was doing it with my right eye, and man, I just couldn't kind of get it, so I moved to my left eye, and you use both eyes, and this you can kind of see what's going on, and then this one was with the night vision. The problem is when I took the night vision down, and then I'd look and everything was black. If I closed my right eye, everything was black on my left eye. And he said that I just lost my night vision, but I mean it was black. And I thought, well, and it kind of came back a few minutes later, but I didn't realize that it was going to screw up some other kind of vision. So, and it might be because I'm older, so that might have something to do with it. But anyway, these are things that you need to be considering. But anyway, what I saw, there's some advantages in using the night vision. The last time we did it, we played soldier and we stalked each other out in the woods, and we had them mounted on our guns, and we just go around looking for each other, and that was kind of interesting. But I say one thing I've learned is you don't move around at night. It's awful dangerous. Now, through the militia stuff, I would say you wouldn't want to do it. If you fall, you get injured. We don't like injuries because we don't have the facilities to fix people. So we try to stay away from injuries. So we stay away from walking around at night. We're in some kind of a blind or something like that, and that's what I'm working on now. I already got umbrella, a nice big umbrella. It was camouflage umbrella, and I got netting, so I can just netting takes about that much space, and I can droop that over my camouflage umbrella, and I got instant camouflage. Now, when you're working at night, or you're going against thermal, you'd have to use a space blanket, and so you put a space blanket over it and then the stuff over it, and you don't get up close to that space blanket because it'll read the heat from your body against that space blanket. But the space blanket will reflect it unless you're too close, and like I say, it'll reflect. So this is just some of the things that I've learned. So if you're getting into night vision, prepare to be expensive, and it takes a lot of practice, to make it work. And then again, it's not a surefire thing. What I am doing now, I've got a bunch of but I'm thinking 3-man militia in our area, trying to instead of watching all these areas, what I've got a lot of these. There's like a magnet thing that you on windows and doors, and you separate it, and then it goes beep 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 like that. I'm using those for tripwires. Just put a string on there and then just pull it, and so that's your tripwire. And you'll hear it beep. And at night, that's plenty good. Also, I just ordered a bionic ear. I think it is. It's a dish. And it's got a microphone, directional microphone, so it's a dish. So at night you'll be able to all you gotta do is just kind of go from, just scan the area like that, and you'll hear, like I say, deer coming through the woods or people. So this is what I'm going to be doing in the way of 3-man militia, in the way of sentry. Instead of watching, it's going to be listening. And like I say, we're not moving, so that's how we're going to have it all set up. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.